Hi everybody, it's Debbie from the Inspiration Station. I've been away from YouTube for quite a while, and those of you who are local know that I closed my store in July of 2020. Thank you very much, coronavirus. So I've been very busy with closing out that and trying to reestablish myself in a craft space at home. But I have been crafting, and so today I wanted to share a layout share with you, and these are all Disney layouts that I've done in the past 9 months or so. I have been very busy with Disney. I had 2 trips that I took with girlfriends, different sets of girlfriends, and these are the pages, some of the pages that I've made for those trips. So they're not in any kind of order, other than that I put the single page layouts first, and then underneath here are the 2-page because I wanted to keep them together. So I'm going to go through and show you what I've done. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please hit like, leave me a comment, and if you want to, subscribe. I don't make a whole lot of videos. I'm going to work on that, hopefully get some more out, but enjoy this one. So this is the first one. This is, most of the paper on here came from an old Queen & Company line, and this one, I think here, is from Photoplay. This was a card from the Snap, what was their line called? Something Magic. I can't remember the name of it. It was the first collection that they put out. And these are off the Cricut. And I thought it was cute because we had taken a photo of our feet in Epcot, and then I found this picture online of the characters' feet. So I thought they were really cute to put together. Next, this one is one that I did using a Mosaic Moments template. I really love using Mosaic Moments for pages. They just make everything look really unique. I hope I'm not getting a glare on these photos. I'm trying to keep an eye, but I'm really short, so I can't see over the top of the camera. But so anyway, this is Mosaic Moments, one of my favorite pages that I've done from the parade. And this was the companion page to it. Another Mosaic Moment, this one using some of their decorative dies. So those are more pictures from that Festival of Fantasy parade. This one I had to cover the photos because I don't have permission to share the faces on here. But this was lunch that we had at the 50s Primetime Cafe. And I just really loved all of these retro type pieces that came from the Photoplay paper. I thought it was really cute, and I was able to pick up the colors from their logo to make the page. This one is a lot of fun. This one, I love Pooh and Tigger and Piglet. They're kind of my favorites. I've always been fans. And so when I had a chance to meet them, we actually went through twice. They were in Christopher Robin's house, or Christopher Robin's bedroom, actually, in the English Pavilion at Epcot. And we happened to get there, and we went through, and right after we went through, they changed characters. So Piglet went out, Pooh went out, and Piglet came in to replace him. So I ended up getting photos with all of the characters, which I really enjoyed. The papers on this one, I believe this is a Lawn Fawn. Yeah, these are Lawn Fawn prints, some Project Life cards, some old Project Life cards, and the embellishments came from Kaisercraft. This one, I was using a template of just 3x4 photos and some printables that I had. And again, this is the Simple Stories. Some of this paper is a Simple Stories. I think they're all Simple Stories, but I'm not positive. Say Cheese, that's the name of the line, Say Cheese. They have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those are some of the pictures from Downtown Disney, which I'm not sure. It's actually called Disney Springs now. Back then, when we went in 2014, it was Downtown Disney. This is from the more recent trip. This was a really funny story, and I actually scrap lifted this from one of my girlfriends who made a similar page. We went on Splash Mountain, and she had never been on the ride before, so she didn't want to sit in the front seat because she thought she would get wet. And this little cutie here, who is my other daughter, she's not really my daughter, but I call her that, And she told us, oh no, the water goes right over the first row and hits the people in the second row. So of course I jumped in the first row with her. Yeah, she wasn't right. Let's just say we came out looking like drowned rats. So yeah, friends, don't let friends do stupid things alone. That was a quote I had actually saved from an old Cosmo Cricket paper from many, many years ago. And then all the wood pieces are different manufacturers. Just I collect wood pieces and like to use them on the layouts. This one is another Mosaic Moments type page. I use their grid paper to make this. There we go. Get the glare off of it. Using the Tree of Life from Animal Kingdom. This was from the Paper Wizard. This is a really old Bo Bunny print, but I just like the simplicity of cutting the photos into 1 by 8 inch strips and spreading it out. And I have another one too, but I'm not sure it made it into this pile where I used it for the Epcot ball. So that was, again, Mosaic Moments. Yes, Mosaic Moments. I get confused sometimes. Another mosaic page. This is using their die set, and some of the embellishments came from Graphic 45. This was a lot of fun. We take a lot of photos of the animals when we go on the safari, and you know, you don't really want to use all of them because you don't need a whole book. I think we ended up with 15 or 16 pictures of the same giraffe between all of us. But just to get a representation of some of the animals that were there. This one was way out of my comfort zone. I don't use glitter usually, but there's a place that you can go in the Magic Kingdom, and I can't remember the name of the store. It's Mickey's something or other. It's over by Peter Pan's Flight and all that, and you can go in and ask to be sprinkled with fairy dust or pixie dust. I think it's actually fairy dust, because it's not Tinkerbell. And the cast members will come out and sprinkle you in glitter, and you walk around shining all day. So that was something we wanted to do. And I cut the little fairy godmothers out of print and cut from Cricut, and then I glittered them up with some stickles. So again, way outside my comfort zone as far as using glitter, but it came out really cute. I don't know if you can see all the glitter on there or not. Oh, yeah, here's the other mosaic page that I did. This is for Epcot. I just had a very simple photo of the Epcot, I call it the Epcot ball. It's got another name, something, Spaceship Earth, that's what it is. And this is, the title came from Petticoat Parlor. This was a day I ended up on my own over in Epcot in the morning. So the photographer had taken some pictures. These guys were so talented. They're a group of percussionists. During the year, they're called the Jammers, and they work on garbage cans and things like that, banging out tunes, and they're a lot of fun. But we were there during the Food and Wine Festival, so instead of garbage cans and buckets, they were using ranges and pots and pans. It was a lot of fun. This one was for Frozen Ever After. This is a Cricut cut. The use of bling. I had these collecting. These were from Prima from years ago. I don't use a lot of bling on my pages. I'm just not a blingy girl. Goes right with the glitter. So I had these and I thought, well, what better time to use them? They look like the icy swirls. So I put those on with some vellum snowflakes. We got a little hidden Mickey here that I put on top of a snowflake. So I liked that one. Two of my girlfriends and I did the hidden Mickey scavenger hunt at Wilderness Lodge. That was a lot of fun. I do have photos of all the hidden Mickeys, but I haven't done that page yet. So this was just some of the posed shots that we got. And the Hoop-de-Doo review. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it is a fabulous dinner. We had so much fun. The entertainment is great. The food is great. So we did that one night. And I did get pictures off of the internet. I Googled these, and these are the actual actors that were in the event when we were there. They were the ones that put on the show. So I thought that was perfect. So now we get to the 2-page layouts. And I just covered them up so that they wouldn't be distracting underneath the 1 page. Let's get that out of the way. Let's move this down a little because apparently my camera shifted a bit. Okay, so this is from the 2014 trip. They no longer have the electrical parade, unfortunately, but it was beautiful when we were there. And so I was able to use some of my Echo Park Disney type pages and papers, I mean, and some Cricut cuts again. This was a acetate piece that came from a Heidi Swap project kit. It had like the 30 days. It had all the numbers 1 through 30, and I used the 14 to signify the year. Also from 2014, we were lucky enough to get reservations at Be Our Guest. It's very difficult to get dinner reservations there, or it was prior to the pandemic. I'm not sure if they're even doing dinner there right now. But we made advanced dining reservations and got in. It's a beautiful location. Once you're in there for dinner, you're able to walk around and take pictures in the various rooms. So we were seated in the ballroom, but we were able to go into what I think it's called the West Wing, where it's all torn up, like the Beast went crazy and ripped all the wallpaper and the drapes and everything. I did use, I believe this is a Martha Stewart border punch down here, because it just, to me, it looked like something that would be in Beauty and the Beast, you know, and the colors, obviously, the yellow and the blue to go with Belle's dress. So you'll see that my pages are all over the place. I generally don't use the red, black, and yellow color scheme. I did on this page, but it's kind of my only complaint with the Disney lines that are out there. I know it's classic Mickey colors, but Mickey is really a very small part of Disney World. You don't really see him often. Epcot, I think there's one character greeting spot. Magic Kingdom, obviously, you see him in a couple of photo spots or in a parade if they're running. But, you know, he's just not there as much as some of the other things. And so the red, black, and yellow is kind of a problem for me with most of my Disney pages. So I try to use it when I can. This was back when it was Downtown Disney, which is now Disney Springs. And I was able to get it in because it worked. There weren't all the clashing colors. Oops, we got something upside down here. Oh, we'll get that one out of there. This was my most recent trip with the girls, and we got to stay at the beach club, and it was beautiful. Absolutely loved it. The papers, I believe, are from Kaisercraft, and this die is something that I was enabled by Dorothy Guyman over at Scrapbook, Quebec. She had used this die. It's from Studio Light. She used it on several of her pages, and I absolutely loved it. But I also find that it's very big, and I don't usually use that much for journaling. So what I did is I cut it out, cut it in half, and then just rounded the corners at the bottom so that I was able to make it my own size. And I've done that on a couple of different pages. I can go really short with it, or I can do the full length. But yes, Scrapbooking Quebec, she enables me with a lot of different die purchases. So then the next one, this one is obviously Animal Kingdom, and I used Graphic 45 Safari paper. I never would have thought I would use Graphic 45 on Disney pages. Their designs tend to be very sophisticated, but the Safari paper worked well. I did fussy cut a lot of the elements out of the paper. These up here, I believe these are Tim Holtz dies for the foliage. But I really liked the way this page came out, and I was able to get 5x7 and 4 other photos on there, so I thought that came out nice. This one is also Animal Kingdom. This is over in Pandora, the world of Avatar. I got to go on the Flight of Passage for the first time, and it was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. We did get to go back. One of the girls that I was with was able to get a second fast pass at the end of the day, so we got to go on it twice in one day. Just absolutely loved it. And this paper was, I believe it was an old Reminisce paper. It was actually a wave. It was like a surfing type paper, but the colors were so perfect to go with Pandora. So I did that. And I do like to use the grid design. You'll see that most of my pages, unless I'm running with a a sketch or something, I tend to use a grid design. I just like that clean, linear style. This page was done as part of an Allison Davis class. Last year, she ran a 6x6 paper pad class well, you bought the class from Scrapbook Generation, and then she ran the class on Facebook, and she's doing another one this year, but it's for single page layouts with 6x6, which I've signed up for because I absolutely love the class. So these are all 6x6 papers in the background, and we used a sketch. I used Cricut cuts again. What else? The stickers I kind of had a mix of Echo Park, and I believe these might have been, I can't remember, Paper House Productions maybe, and some wood veneer from Kaiser Craft. This is another hidden gem at Disney. You can take a cruise around the world over at Epcot. You can rent or charter a boat for up to 10 people and cruise around the lake and go to see all of the various lands from the water side. And it's really inexpensive. We had a great time. It was just the relaxation that we needed. Get away from the parks. You're still in Disney. You're still seeing the parks, but it was so relaxing to be on the boat, just the 6 of us. I highly recommend that. This was another advanced dining reservation that we got. This is Storybook Dining at Artist Point. It's the only place that you can meet the Evil Queen and Dopey and Doc. I mean, Grumpy, I'm sorry. I should know that. Dopey and Grumpy. So it was a lot of fun. The Evil Queen is just amazing in her character portrayal, and the 2 dwarfs come out and interact with you, and then of course Snow White comes out. The food is very upscale, very nice. So that was a fun evening, and that's over at, I believe it's the Wilderness Lodge, Storybook Dining at Artist Point. We were there for the Halloween party, and actually both years I was there for the Halloween party. I don't have the pages done from the 2014 trip. This was 2019. This was also a page or layout that I did in Allison Davis's class, her 6x6 sketch class. And these are all 3x3 squares. And I was able to use some theme paper that I had that worked really well. I had some Disney holiday paper. I'm not sure where I got it from, Joanne or something like that. And I never knew how I was going to use it. You know, I had Tinkerbell with the spider webs and Mickey trick-or-treating and stuff. So this worked out perfect. And I really like the way I got so many photos on here, and yet it doesn't look cluttered. That's the beauty of some of the grid layouts, and especially using sketches. And then this is the final Halloween party page. This is one I just recently did. We went to the Haunted Mansion, because of course if you're at the Halloween party, you need to go to the Haunted Mansion. And the lighting effects that they do are incredible, and they have the butler comes out and tells stories, and the ghost, I forgot her name, she has a name, Lady something or other. Sorry, I'm not really a huge Disney buff. I love going to the parks and things, but I don't know all the characters and stories. But anyway, Carlotta? Yeah, sorry, I just saw a squirrel. I think her name might be Carlotta or something like that. Yeah, so did I use a sketch for this? Yes, this was another Allison Davis sketch. I don't think it was from the class. I think it was from her book, one of her books that I downloaded from Scrapbook Generation. So yeah, they also do these, what do they call them? Magic shots. That you don't know what you're going to get. They sit, in this case, they sat us in a chair and they said, okay, make a face like you're scared. And they took a picture, and then, okay, make a face, just make a smiling face. And they put our heads into these little hat boxes from the Haunted Mansion. So I thought that was really cute. So those are my Disney pages from the last few months. You can see I have been very busy. I'm sorry I've been a little MIA on social media, but I'm hoping to get back to it. And the next video that I do will probably also be a layout share, because I have a lot more I've done the load event with Scrap Happy. I did that in February, and she has another one coming up in May, which load stands for layout a day. And you get a lot done. So I hope to get a lot more done. I have to organize my photos and things like that before May 1st so I can kind of churn them out. But I hope the next video won't be so long, not long, what's the word I'm looking for? Delayed. Hope it won't be so long before I get the next one up. So I appreciate any of you who stuck with me during this time. It has been an adjustment leaving the store, and I really miss my customers. You have no idea how much I miss you. It's been tough. It's been tough not to be with them. So I do appreciate being able to go through all of these with you, and hope you enjoy them. Please, again, leave me a comment or a thumbs up if you liked them, so I know that you guys are sticking with me. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day.